to make a video detailing my top 3 tips for finding more time to get your writing done. Because whether you're a freelance writer, a full-time writer, or someone who is just a hobbyist, we're all trying to find more time to do the thing we're most passionate about, which is writing. So tip number 1 is figuring out if you're a morning person or a night person. Now, if you don't innately know, a morning person is someone who experiences their greatest mental clarity and energy in the morning. A night person is someone who doesn't become awake until after the sun has gone down. Now, the reason you need to know if you're a morning person or a night person is because you only have so many good hours in a day. So if you're going to do your writing and you want your writing to be its most effective, then you want to do that during your prime working hours. Once you've figured out if you're a morning person or a night person, it's time to go to step 2, which is looking for small slots of time in your prime working hours. Now, the reason why I say small slots of time is because 1, you're more likely to do it if it's a small slot of time, and number 2, it's just much more realistic. I know we all think we need huge chunks of time to do our work. We need to wait until we've got a whole day so we can get lost in our world, but the truth is, you don't. Frequent, small, but consistent effort is much more likely to produce results than just random bouts of work done every now and then. The writer of the memoir, The World's Strongest Librarian, Josh Hannegard, wrote his book in just 15-minute chunks a day. Now, Josh has Tourette's, so he could only work for 15 minutes a day because that's as long as his illness would allow. But he worked that 15 minutes, he wrote his book, and it went on to get reviewed by the New Yorker, the Boston Globe, and a bunch of other publications. You don't need giant 8-hour blocks of time. 15 minutes is totally sufficient. So look through your schedule and see if there's a 15-minute gap or a half-hour gap where you can delve into your manuscript on a regular basis. Now, if you are under the opinion that you don't have any free time in your prime working hours, I'm going to challenge you to take on step number 3, which is grabbing a notebook and literally writing down how you were spending your time every day for a week. Chances are you will find a 15 or half an hour gap in your daily routine where you're not really doing anything. Maybe you can work on your manuscript for half an hour before you go to lunch, or in those awkward hours between when you get home but before you need to start dinner. I promise you, there are gaps in your schedule where you could be writing. You just need to look for them. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I work so hard. I don't want to do my writing half an hour before I go to lunch. I don't want to open up my manuscript before I start dinner. Well, guys, I thought this was a video titled How to Find More Time for Your Writing, not how to produce a book without doing anything. Bitch. I do work hard. So there you have it. Those are my 3 tips. 1, are you a morning person or a night person? 2, looking for the small slots of time in your prime working hours. And 3, following yourself and doing a time schedule, looking for those gaps if you don't innately know where they are. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching, and feel free to subscribe. I'm going to start putting these videos up more frequently. Links to my website are below. I've got an active writing blog on there as well. And happy writing!